Hi, I'm Alessandro, and this is my application for the SSI Fellowship. So I'm a research software engineer with a passion for bioimaging. Since I graduated, I've worked on applying software to image analysis and image processing problems in a lot of different subfields of biomedical imaging. And I finally got the research software engineer job title in 2019 when I joined UCL. I recently joined a different department at UCL called the Sainsbury Wellcome Center, which is a neuroscience institute, to take up the role of Brain Globe tech lead about a year and a half ago. And Brain Globe is an open source project that is good at leveraging the scientific Python ecosystem to provide neuroscientists with easy-to-use tools to analyze their microscopy data. This data is difficult to analyze because it's very big, it doesn't fit into the computer memory. And as neuroscientists, most of this data is from mouse brains. And Brain Globe is fairly widely used. It has a big community around it. So while the core developer team is based at UCL, only about a third of the almost 100 contributors are actually based at UCL. And I'm very proud that Brain Globe won Open Science Award this year. I also do, outside of my tech lead role, a fair bit of event organizing and community-related activities, both in biological imaging and in general research software. Here, maybe I'd like to highlight the yearly workshop and hackathons that we do with the UCL bioimage interest groups, which consist of something very similar that the SSI does. It's inspired by the collaboration workshops. So for my fellowship context, the big picture is that these fancy microscopes that used to exist only in a few labs or across the world are now becoming more accessible. And therefore, more and more people are generating this large image data, not only of brains, but across the whole of biology. And so the microscopy facility staff that make these images need to provide researchers with analysis pipelines for this. And so this means they de facto become RSEs, and their community efforts are not well linked to the RSE community. And so I would like to start changing that. So in my fellowship, I would like to run 2 workshops that I'd advertise across the biological imaging communities in the UK. And these workshops, during these workshops, I would train the microscopy facility staff and imaging researchers with good practice software skills to handle this kind of image data and make analysis pipelines for this data. And my institute will provide the space. And then I will use the fellowship funds to provide people with stipends to be able to attend these courses in person. There will be an online option. And this will have a lot of benefits. So these imaging researchers will get initial training in software good practice that with a flavor that is relevant to their field. The biological imaging community will become more aware of existing RSE efforts, and hopefully this will lead to a better joining up of the 2 communities. These workshops will contain some kind of requirements gathering to understand better what the software needs for microscopists are. And I will publish these discussions or a summary of these discussions online. And hopefully they will be the basis of future initiatives. So the increased interaction between these two communities would be great because expert users and the software developers will be able to build software together. And this will avoid, various sub-communities reinventing the wheel in their analysis pipeline. And it will also have a benefit to for my career because my goal is to establish myself as a leader that kind of joins up these two fields in the future. Thanks for listening.